Donald Trump is too stupid to realize that he is intentionally sabotaging the U.S. economy. And I'm not talking about with the tariffs. I'm not talking about with the tax cuts for the wealthy elite. I am talking about with his attacks on the independence of the Federal Reserve. Recently, of course, I discussed in a segment, as I had in many segments prior to that, the fact that economists, Wall Street, bankers, both here and around the world, have come out publicly in the last 12 months saying that if Donald Trump interferes with the independence of the Federal Reserve, if the bankers, if the analysts, if the economists all over the world believe that Trump himself is controlling the Fed instead of it being independent, it will destroy the United States economy to a level we've never seen in history. And I'm not trying to oversell this. This is the warning that global economists have given us. It'll tank the value of the dollar. It will destroy markets in the U.S. It will prevent any foreign investors from coming into the United States at all because Trump will be the one manipulating the currency, manipulating the markets, doing all of it at his own whim. Countries that have gone that path in the past have ended up going bankrupt. History is very clear about what happens when authoritarian leaders take over the money of their country. And we got another piece of information telling us that Donald Trump is 100% interfering with the independence of the Fed over the weekend. It was revealed that Donald Trump's favorite U.S. Attorney, Jeanine Pirro, the former Fox News host, has apparently launched an investigation into Jerome Powell. It is unclear if any subpoenas have been issued. It is unclear if a grand jury has been impaneled, but it was confirmed that Pirro has launched an investigation, and Jerome Powell came out on Sunday and said, obviously, this is an intimidation tactic. They want me out. I'm not going to go. And that's the best thing in the world for Jerome Powell to say. He has to be the one smart enough to send a message to the world that, hey, the Fed is still independent. Don't bail now. But it's not going to last. The investigation is allegedly into the, quote, soaring costs of the new Federal Reserve building, which is not criminal in any way. Oh, you thought something was going to cost this much, then when you started building it, it turns out it was a little more expensive? Yeah. Welcome to the wonderful world of every construction project ever. I mean, that's what happens. And when it happens, by the way, it's not criminal. It's just what happens. And especially with Donald Trump's tariffs driving up the cost of construction goods, yeah, it's going to be more expensive than initially thought. And Trump is the one who went out there saying, oh, it's going to cost this much now, which is ridiculous. And Powell's like, nope, that's it. Not even what it's going to cost. That's ridiculous. So they've launched a criminal investigation into something that's not criminal, into something that Powell didn't even do. Trump himself is the one who made up the lie that is now the basis of the investigation of the government that Trump built. And all of it is to pressure Jerome Powell to step down because Donald Trump wants to replace him with his lying economic advisor, Kevin Hassett, who I have spoken about in multiple segments over the last few months. Hassett has gone out there and suggested that Americans just need to chill out and accept the fact that prices went up, and also telling us that prices did not go up. He's defended Donald Trump's tariffs, and he is hugely in favor of massive slashes to interest rates, which would drive up inflation through the roof, thus further tanking the U.S. economy. And he would be able to do that, and he would do that if Trump gets to put him at the head of the Fed. And that's where we're at with the U.S. economy. Donald Trump, too damn stupid to realize that all of his actions are putting us on a path from which we may not ever be able to recover financially. Have you or someone you know ever had your identity stolen, been a victim of fraud, or been hacked, scammed, doxxed? How does it make you feel that so much of your information is available for anyone to purchase? That's why I recommend today's sponsor, Aura, to my family and friends. Aura protects your privacy by identifying data brokers who are selling your information. Aura takes care of the hard part, automatically removing your information from these sites and, most importantly, keeping it off. There are a lot of services that offer this too, but none of them offer as many features as Aura and for the same price. Aura is all-in-one digital security. You may already have a digital security tool, but not having Aura is like leaving the front door locked, but then leaving the back door wide open. You get alerts if your personal information is found on the dark web. They provide real-time fraud alerts for both credit and banking. They have 24/7 monitoring to help keep your identity secure. They provide a secure VPN, antivirus, password manager, you name it. And they have US-based support available around the clock if something does go wrong. And if anything does happen, Aura includes $5 million in identity theft insurance protection. And they have US fraud experts that are ready to help you 24/7. It's one app that provides every layer of protection. I don't want to leave myself vulnerable online, and you shouldn't either. And that's why I personally use Aura. Try it for yourself. Go to aura.com/Farron to try 14 days for free. That's enough time for Aura to start scrubbing your personal information off these data broker sites without you having to lift a finger.